Hello guys, Luna here, welcome back to another PUBG update video. Today we're looking over the weekly community post, which this week is talking about the changes coming next week, where we will see a new hotfix deployed. Guys, if the video is helpful, smash the like button, it really does help me out. Now this week we had a new hotfix update adding to the game analog controls among other smaller fixes, and I think now the dust is settled, the overall feedback on analog movement is mostly positive. A lot of the complaints originally were probably due to players needing to get used to those changes, but of course since the update there have been plenty of issues. The first of which would be loading into matches. Some players have experienced very long wait times while getting into matches, with some even reporting that they would be kicked to the dashboard after waiting on the loading screen for a long time. Other players have been losing connection to the host, and by the time they manage to get back into the game, your character would already be parachuting down, and so obviously you don't get to see any of the pre-game lobby, the match start countdown, or where to deploy, because obviously you have to drop where the plane has kicked you out right at the end. Now the devs have determined that this is due to a large amount of players being in a single area in the pre-game lobby. I'm not sure why this changed after the last hotfix, but that's what the devs have said, and as a result the amount of resources needed to be loaded is too high for the console to handle before the player is put into the pre-game lobby. I guess that is why we don't see too much of this on Xbox One X, as it can handle a lot more than the original Xbox One. The devs are working to fix this by repackaging the files that need to be loaded together closer to each other to better optimize loading times, and according to them, their testing that they've already done has seen significant improvements, so that will be part of next week's hotfix. Now the other most important issue right now is of course to do with analog movement itself, and while players like the implementation of the new analog movement, there are still some things to be fixed. The main one would be to do with sprinting diagonally and have problems with running at maximum speeds. Now originally what happens is when you sprint you go 100% movement when you go forward, and when you go to left or right, when you zigzag for example, then your speed would be reduced to 80% of the maximum. The 8% window was much wider before implementing the analog movement and used to be approximately 45 degrees on either side. And when you were in that 45 degrees, it would be 80% of full speed, and of course further than that it would slow much further down. So 45 degrees is just the regular keyboard movement, and that's what we had before. But with analog movement, characters can now only sprint 20 degrees on either side of going forward, and you will reach 80% speeds. But if you go further than that, the regular 45 degrees, then you would slow way down. Of course, this affects you using zigzagging running, which is a method that a lot of you guys use to dodge bullets. And while some people don't use it, the devs have realized that a lot of people do use it and they want to maintain the effect of using it, so they're going to try and add it back in. They're increasing the angle for 80% speed to improve the feeling of analog controls while making the zigzag strategy easier to use. And one thing that will be different is that when you try and change the sprinting direction rapidly in a wide angle, your character will momentarily slow down. So they're going to increase it up to 45 degrees on either side, but when you try and zigzag, you can't move from left to right too quick or you will slow down, because they want to try and at least to maintain some level of realism. So next week we will have a hotfix, and those will be the two main priorities. But with the above issues being resolved, and they will be updated very soon, the main focus for the devs will be to prioritize these four things. Desync, of course, that is the biggest issue in the game right now. Footsteps and vehicle sounds not being heard sometimes. I also hope that they fix the issue with vehicles being heard sometimes when you're not in them, because it can give away your position if the engine's still running. Increased frame rates across all Xbox versions. I would like to see better frame rates. Of course, we haven't seen too much of a significant improvement from launch. We've had some, but not loads. Not being able to drive vehicles sometimes as well. So that is it for this week's community update. There will be a hotfix next week repairing loading issues and bringing back 45-degree sprinting movement. And then after that's done, the devs will be working on other issues. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you happy to see analog movement to get 45-degree movement sprinting back? So we should be able to zigzag more. And apart from the four things we mentioned, what other top priorities should the devs be focusing on? Guys, if you want to see more PUBG and other Battle Royale game updates, including Black Ops 4 and Battlefield 5, hit subscribe now and join our awesome Battle Royale community here. You can turn notifications to see videos as soon as they're released. Check out the links on screen for more awesome content, and you can also submit your clips to be in future videos by simply leaving your gamer tag in the comments below. As always guys, thank you all so much for watching, have a great day, and I will see you all next time. Peace out.